Many people see criticism as something negative, a challenge to their abilities, or an attack on their work. However, if we shift our perspective, we will realize that criticism, when given constructively, is one of the greatest tools for growth. This is the story of a talented sculptor and his son, a tale that teaches us why feedback, even when uncomfortable, is essential for personal and professional development. Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a skilled sculptor who was widely known for creating stunningly beautiful statues. His work was admired by many, and he made a good living through his craft. His son, from a young age, showed a natural talent for sculpting. Under his father's guidance, he began creating statues that were not only beautiful, but also refined. The father took great pride in his son's talent, but he always made sure to point out small flaws in his work. The son accepted his father's critiques and worked hard to improve. With each suggestion, his skills grew sharper, and over time, his statues started to surpass those of his father. People began admiring the son's work even more than his father's, and they were willing to pay a higher price for his creations. Despite his rising success, the father continued to offer feedback, pointing out minor imperfections in his son's work. However, as the son became more confident, he started resenting his father's criticism. One day, when his father pointed out a small flaw in one of his sculptures, the son lost his patience and said, "Father, why do you always criticize my work? People buy my statues more often than yours, and they pay more for them. If you were truly better, your work would sell for more. I no longer need your advice." Seeing his son's resistance, the father stopped offering feedback. The son, now believing his work to be perfect, continued sculpting without anyone's guidance. For a while, he felt happy and confident that his work was flawless. However, as time passed, he noticed that people's interest in his statues began to fade. Sales declined, and his once admired work no longer captivated people as it once did. Confused and disappointed, he finally returned to his father. The son approached his father and admitted, "Father, I don't understand why my statues are not admired as before. People have stopped buying them like they used to. What am I doing wrong?" The father smiled knowingly and said, "I knew this would happen because I went through the same experience years ago." He then placed a hand on his son's shoulder and continued, "You see, my son, when we believe our work is perfect, we stop improving. I pointed out flaws in your work not because I thought I was better than you, but because I wanted to help you grow. As creators, we often become so attached to our work that we fail to see its imperfections. However, others can sometimes notice those small flaws, and by listening to them, we continue to refine and improve." The son fell silent, realizing his mistake. Humbled, he asked, "Father, what should I do now?" The father gently advised, "Never be completely satisfied with your work. Always believe that there is room to improve. This mindset will keep you growing and evolving, allowing you to create even more extraordinary art." This story teaches us a profound lesson about self-improvement. Many people view criticism as an attack rather than an opportunity for growth. However, our reaction to feedback determines whether we improve or stagnate. The sculptor's son initially embraced criticism, which helped him refine his craft. However, the moment he rejected feedback, his progress halted and his work lost its charm. When we are open to constructive criticism, we allow ourselves to keep evolving. The downfall of the young sculptor was not due to a lack of talent, but rather his belief that he no longer needed improvement. No matter how skilled or knowledgeable we become, there is always more to learn. Not all criticism is meant to bring us down. Genuine feedback from mentors, teachers, and those who truly care about our growth is valuable. It reveals our weaknesses and highlights areas where we can improve, things we might not notice on our own. Of course, not all criticism is helpful. Some may stem from jealousy or negativity. It is important to differentiate between constructive feedback that helps us grow and baseless criticism meant to discourage us. The father's final lesson is perhaps the most important. Never assume you have reached perfection. Always strive for improvement. Those who continuously learn and refine their skills remain relevant and successful. Those who believe they have already reached their peak often find themselves left behind. If you find yourself resisting criticism, ask yourself, am I rejecting feedback because I think I already know enough? Is this critique coming from someone who genuinely wants to help me improve? Instead of feeling defensive, can I use this feedback to enhance my skills? Once you shift your mindset and embrace constructive criticism, you will notice significant growth in your personal and professional life. This story reminds us that success is not just about talent or hard work. It is about staying open to learning and improvement. If you want to grow, you must be willing to listen. You must accept that you are not perfect and that there is always room for improvement. The greatest artists, leaders, and thinkers in history were not those who believed they were perfect, but those who continuously sought to be better. So, the next time someone gives you constructive feedback, do not take it as an insult, take it as a gift. It might just be the key to unlocking your true potential.